Prepare to be inspired, impacted, empowered, and transformed. Remember, the just shall live by faith.
This prophet here is not for sale. This prophet here come to declare what thus saith the Lord.
Influenza, or the flu as it is commonly called, is a viral illness that usually occurs between the months October to March. The virus is transmitted from person to person through coughing, sneezing, or talking. Symptoms include fever, cough, headache, runny nose, generalized body aches, and fatigue. There is no specific treatment for the flu, and the symptoms usually dissipate after 3 to 7 days. Because it is caused by a virus, antibiotics are not used to treat the flu. Persons are encouraged to rest and drink lots of fluids. Panadol is recommended for fever and body aches associated with the flu. However, aspirin should be avoided due to the risk of bleeding. To decrease the spread of flu, persons are encouraged to get their flu shot annually and practice good cough hygiene. Additional information can be provided by your community clinic or the Health Education Division at the Ministry of Health. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Minister of Environment and Natural Resources on a fact-finding mission on Grand Bahama. Plus, some good news for motorists as the Fishing Hole Bridge is reopened. And this crawfish season, the issue of poaching is a matter of concern for Abaconians. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, a delegation from the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, along with the Port Department, meeting at the Ministry for Grand Bahama to provide an update on yesterday's oil spill of Buckeyes Terminal. An estimated 5 to 10 barrels of fuel products spilled into the atmosphere, creating a serious environmental concern. Our Jolanda Thompson Everest joins us live in studio now to bring you the very latest on this investigation. Jolanda?
As investigations continue into the oil spillage at Buckeye Bahamas Hub, Minister for Environmental Health and Planning Vaughn Miller, along with delegates of Environmental Health and the Port Department, says they were informed that 2 to 3 barrels were spilled into the ocean.
The terminal began flushing operations to facilitate the transfer of products between 2 tanks. The transfer was to allow the first tank to receive a new product via the outer jetty. Unrelated to this transfer, 2 vessels were at the jetty conducting a non-related exercise to the transfer. Within minutes of the transfer commencing, the product fueled from loading arm A2, which was inactive, and in the stowed position at the time of the incident, it began spraying out.
Although 5 to 10 barrels of fuel was sprayed into the air, public analyst for Environmental Health Services explains that only 2 to 3 barrels was spilled into the ocean. However, he notes that with the help of the sun, much of it has dissolved. But what is also important to note is that the sheen may still be in the water, and residents in that area are being advised not to go swimming at this point.
Cannot say definitively where this will go. And remember, this is not product on the water. So this is not oil sitting on the surface of the water. This is actually a sheen on the surface of the water that will dissipate.
Ryan contends that the company is doing a good job using a de-oiler, and they expect a quick resolution soon.
To really cause a health issue, but you don't want to invite problems. So I would stay away right now and just allow for a few days for the flushing. It'll flush out to sea, and it will dissipate over time.
Now, Minister Miller noting that once all of the findings have been submitted and the lead agencies have done their investigation, they will make recommendations to the Attorney General's office, and there could be a possible penalty, including a fine. Investigations in this matter will continue. Live in studio, I'm Julanda Thompson-Everest. Back to you, Raven.
Thanks, Julanda. Meantime, Chairman of Save the Bays and Waterkeepers Bahamas, Joseph Darville, says that Buckeye Bahamas' swift remediation on the oil spill yesterday morning is commendable. He says that after being notified of the spillage, he and his team traveled to the location and observed that the shoreline was in a normal state. While being content that the area was cleaned before any damage took place, he believes that the company has to be more alert when accidents such as this takes place.
We're fortunate to have a huge company like this that gives revenue to Grand Bahama, but at the same time, they must have the incredible, precise instruments at hand that accidents will happen, and they have to be prepared for this. So obviously, Buckeye was prepared for it because they didn't have to wait for 3 or 4 days like Equinor did to wait to get equipment in, and particularly on the ocean out there.
Darville says that the damage caused from an oil spill may take a while for recovery, and that is not something that we want to see happen to our ocean.
It blocks the oxygen that the fish need, that they gather from the atmosphere that goes through the water, and they need that. So if that is covered with oil, then the fish will die, and then if it's not taken care of quickly, actually globules can sink to the bottom and can actually create devastation to coral reefs. And that area is replenished with incredible coral reefs that have not yet died because of climate change, and so we don't want anything.
The chairman says that he advises all marine companies to be extremely cautious when conducting operations on vessels, particularly those that contain oil, as they can have an impact on the environment and marine life. And in other news, it has been a thorny issue for months. The closure of the causeway that connects Freeport to the Western District has been at the center of controversy for months. Chief Counselor for the West took on the issue, leading a campaign calling for repairs to be made in the interest of safety. Now, repairs have been a long time coming, and this week the bridge was officially opened, much to the relief of motorists. Jay Philippe has more.
After many months of renovations, the Fishing Hole Road Bridge is finally open. The Ministry of Works and Utilities officially opened the bridge at 7 a.m. this morning. District Administrator for West Grand Bahama, Leonardo Deems Jr. tells us that the completed bridge will effectively provide a crucial link for residents traversing between West Grand Bahama and East Grand Bahama.
This is really the main line, the real lifeline between the West and even coming to the East. And the residents are very grateful for those who would have been responsible to ensure that it has been open.
Now that the bridge is operational, motorists can now drive on the causeway without fear of losing control of the wheel. This, according to Administrator Deems.
This weekend, with the West and homecoming and boat race, this too will serve as a good opportunity for persons to traverse and to feel comfortable and safe, to know that they have a good causeway to try one now, to come down there and enjoy themselves.
Over the years, the Fishing Hole Road has been a major concern with its location and elevation as it relates to hurricanes and floods. But now that construction to the bridge has been completed successfully, motorists can now assure that the quality and safety of the bridge is satisfactory, according to a statement released from the Ministry of Works and Utilities.
This is the hurricane season. So if in the event there's a disaster, we need to either relocate or we need to commute or be in between, this causeway will serve very good for us.
Now, members of the public using the bridge are urged to adhere to traffic signs and road markings and also obey prescribed speed limits. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
In other news, the Grand Bahama Power Company facing scathing criticisms as of late for widespread power outages on the island. Tonight, they are taking responsibility for the inconvenience and apologizing to consumers. Our Aja Kwand joins us live from one of the subdivisions on Grand Bahama that has been experiencing the most frequent outages. Aja?
Yes, Raven, some 20 outages have been reported here in the Sunrise subdivision area for the year. But this wasn't the only area which experienced loss of power. The question today is why? Well, the Director of Communication at the Grand Bahama Power Company, Cleopatra Russell, is answering that question while also apologizing for any inconvenience caused.
We apologize to our customers for the inconvenience.
Taking accountability, Russell says the Grand Bahama Power Company is aware of those outages from the beginning of the summer.
Those outages were directly related to some challenges we were experiencing at our energy plant. Some customers were impacted more than others, mainly the Sunrise subdivision, the western end of the island, the Ridge area.
While acknowledging the frequent outages, the communication director is ensuring customers that GBPC is taking immediate action to address their concerns.
To ensure that we were able to reliably provide our customers with service throughout the summer, we secured supplemental generation. There are presently about 10 generators, additional generators at our plant, and we have those there to ensure that whenever the demand is needed, we are able to provide our customers with reliable energy.
She is now urging any customer that experienced damage to their appliances as a result of non-weather related outages to contact the company's headquarters immediately. Russell assures that the process for reporting such damage has been streamlined, making it easier for customers to seek compensation for their losses.
We know that quite a bit of customers have reached out and complained about the process. We have addressed the process and made it more efficient. So it's a more timely process, and it's one where customers get a bit more communication as to their approval process and or why they might have been denied.
Now, Raven, the communication director is also standing on the company's commitment to taking their responsibilities serious and being held at the greatest level of accountability. Live here in the Sunrise subdivision area, reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Azure. Well, the illegal harvesting of our fishing resources rearing its head following the commencement of the crawfish season. Tonight, a local government official on Abaco is speaking out and offers a solution to this vexing situation. Here's that report. For some 30-plus years, residents on Abaco have been confronted with the issue of illegal fishing prior to the commencement of the crawfish season. That much coming from Chief Counselor for the Hopetown District, Jeremy Sweeting, who further charges that visitors and even Bahamians are complicit.
A good portion of it is being done by foreign vessels, boats coming over from Florida, some second homeowners. But, you know, it's definitely also some Bahamians that engage in these illegal activities. As a matter of fact, you see it locally, you know, on the menu in the restaurants, which I know legally they could obtain a license to get it before the season closes. But I think we all know that a lot of this goes on, you know, after the season closes.
Asserting that everyone has to play their part in these situations, Sweeting adds that much of the problems the country is facing is due to a lack of enforcement. He is suggesting proper mechanisms be put in place to avert further recurrences of this vexing issue.
I think the Fisheries Act should be amended to where the Department of Fisheries deputizes some local marine wardens or game fish wardens, if you will, to where those persons have the authority to go out and investigate and see, you know, if there is indeed any illegal poaching going on. They can use their own vessel at no cost to the government. Some persons I know in our communities would be willing to do that. The only thing they'd ask of the government if they would give them a stipend for fuel.
And when asked why he believes authorities have allowed this issue to persist for so many years, Sweeting opines that it is to protect the tourism product. Nonetheless, he says while he too wants tourism to thrive, the laws must be respected to ensure a sustainable fishing industry.
I think if the, you know, crawfish regulations are respected more, I think you would see a greater abundance of crawfish out there, which would result in a greater harvest for Bahamian fishermen, you know, when August 1st commences.
All right, now we spoke with the Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs, Clay Sweeting, who is aware of the ongoing concerns. We hope to have a response to Sweeting's claims tomorrow from the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. And in news from police, the Anti-Gang and Firearms Investigation Unit on Grand Bahama are busy searching for Audric Bartlett, alias Fester, of number 42 Wisteria Avenue. Officers need to question him in connection with possession of unlicensed firearm and ammunition. The 36-year-old stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighs 220 pounds, is of dark brown complexion, heavy build, with dark brown eyes. Police say he is considered to be armed and dangerous. And the Anti-Gang and Firearm Investigation Unit on Grand Bahama are also searching for 50-year-old Callie Demond Fox of number 119 Sunridge Road and number 29 Amberfish Street. He is wanted for questioning in connection with possession of unlicensed firearm and ammunition. Fox stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighs 145 pounds, is of light brown complexion, slim build, with dark brown eyes. Fox is also considered armed and dangerous and should be approached with caution. Now, if you know the whereabouts of Audric Bartlett or Callie Fox, dial police emergency at 911 National Crime Prevention Office at 302-8430 or 1 Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, 350-3106 or 9. Family Islands can call 242-300-8476. And when we come back, meet the newest doctors who hail from Grand Bahama. We have their story of perseverance when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery, fully loaded with everything you need and extended hours. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sometimes you want pizza vibe without the whole dang pie. Now, there's a new way to get the bold flavors of pizza whenever and wherever you want. You just got to try Pizza Hut's new melt in buffalo chicken, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, and chicken bacon wrap for just $6.99 with that. Pizza Hut's new melts are cheesy, crispy, and loaded. Call us at 352-9191 to satisfy your pizza vibe cravings.
It's back to school with Bellevue Gifts and Supplies. Shop now and get huge savings on composition books, 15% off textbooks, workbooks, school supplies, and all teachers' aids. Bellevue Gifts and Supplies, Queens Highway, making going back to school more affordable.
Hurricane season is here. Residents are asked to visit the Pine Ridge landfill to dispose of vegetative and household debris free of charge. Deliver your debris to the landfill weekdays between the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or on Saturdays 8 a.m. to 12 noon.
Check out Park and Shop in the Churchill Square for their Emancipation Day sale. 20% off store-wide August 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Phone them at 352-7025.
It's going down Saturday, August 5th as the West End Homecoming and Boat Race Committee present a boat and mass motorcade. Saturday, August 5th, starting with a tailgate party from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. in the International Bazaar. It's party ready with food, music, and drink. Parade starts at 2 p.m. heading east into Port Nakai, parading through the streets of Grand Bahama and ending in West End to climax with the Junkanoo Summer Festival. Saturday, August 5th, starting from the International Bazaar to the west, I say.
I'm Sharon Leonard, owner at Freeport Decorators. Our small, family-owned and women-operated business has been around since 1978. Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. 2 young women, a part of the 39-member graduating class of the University of the West Indies, are embracing their success. In this report, they share details of their ongoing efforts to make a positive impact in the healthcare system. Here's that report. 2 Grand Bahamian women are now gracefully adorned in white coats and have rightfully earned the title doctor. This after recently graduating from the University of the West Indies. One of them, Dr. Rebecca Mader, who at the tender age of 17 got her start, moving to Trinidad and Tobago armed with a suitcase and dogged determination.
I saw a door opened where the government sponsored students that went to the University of the West Indies to study medicine. I figured this would be the quickest and the cheapest way in order to become a doctor. So that's what I did. My mommy was terrified. She cried hysterically when she left me there.
Along the way, she says she was confronted with major trials.
In 2016, one of my closest uncles, he took sick and he passed away in January of 2017. So that was the first hurdle. My grandmother was then diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And then my mother, she had her share of illnesses along the way. So all of that pushed me towards what I wanted to become when I wanted to become a doctor.
Now, after years of studying, the pain once felt has transmuted to tears of joy. Mader is now a first-generation graduate and the only doctor in her family.
And I'm just so grateful to God that I was able to start this. And now I know that so many what we call generational curses or just boundaries that generations may have seen is now broken.
Since a child, Dr. Janae Burrows knew she wanted to be a doctor, drawing inspiration from her late uncle, Dr. Haywood Cooper. And after some 9 years of persistence, she too reflects on her journey.
A major valley is the time that you spend away from your family. It takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of schooling, but I would say that there are a lot of peaks as well. Being able to see the patients that you're helping, making a difference in patients' lives, that in and of itself is very satisfying.
The women are now set to begin 1 year of internship and look forward to making positive contributions to the nation's healthcare system.
A lot of people are leaving, and I think we need a lot more manpower. We need people to go off and get the innovative ideas and bring them back home.
They leave this advice to other aspiring physicians.
Put God first, and that is what I did.
Despite whatever circumstances come in the way, you just have to remain grounded.
Meantime, 10 professionals receiving a certification in management at a recent graduation exercise from Tarif College. Those taking part in the 3-month course are from a range of professional backgrounds. Marketing and recruitment manager at Tarif College, Frederica Patton Thomas, and part-time lecturer, Sasha Swain Gibson.
I feel that in today's economy, especially in Grand Bahama, we need to have all persons trained for the field that they work in. And it would be better customer service, and we wouldn't have as much complaints from tourists once persons are trained and know how to handle situations.
Ours was a total of 8 weeks. We have a total of 9 graduates. We did it hybrid, so courses like emotional intelligence for managers, mental health for managers, customer service for managers, and employee law. We did that face-to-face, but the other sessions were done online. It was an intense session, and the session concluded with a comprehensive exam of everything that they would have learned during the course of the 8 weeks.
Some graduates from the course included Shaquania Grant from Scotiabank and Ketron Meadows from the Road Traffic Department. They say the experience gained in the cohort program will now propel them to deliver quality services within their work environment.
It has sharpened my people skills. So working in customer service, it helps me to be more self-aware on how I should deal with the customer and to always remember to treat the customer how I would like to be treated.
I learned that not because you're a manager, you must bully people. I learned that mental health, I learned about mental health in the workplace. I learned about public speaking. We learned about the Employment Act of 2001, which governs the employees. Also, we learned customer service.
All right, Video Thursday Check on Sports is next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to another exciting edition of Sports right here in the North. We have a whole lot of sports once again. Let's begin with track and field. Terrence Jones Jr.'s suspension from the B3As has been lifted just 24 hours after the governing body for track and field issued a letter to the 20-year-old Bahamian 100-meter national record holder after returning from Costa Rica, where he represented the Bahamas at the NACAC Under-23 Championships. Jones was initially suspended for multiple team infractions, according to the B3A's executive board, but after a meeting last night with board members, the board pivoted back, removing the suspension, citing the matter was dealt internally with possible sanctions to follow. Jones will now be able to compete at the upcoming World Championships August 19th through the 27th in Budapest, Hungary. Sticking with track and field, Grand Bahamian Zion Campbell was named to the Bahamas Pan American Junior Under-20 team that's currently in Puerto Rico. Campbell is expected to compete in the 100 and 4x1 relay.
I'm very proud of myself for making a team once again. I feel like it's no better opportunity than to run for your country and just to go there and have fun. I've been training like 6 times a week, making sure, like, nurturing my hamstring and stuff, making sure it's all right before I go to the meet. Next year is also an Olympic year. I'll try to see if I can make the 4x1 team.
Switching gears now in sports, the City of Freeport Council Legacy Baseball Summer Camp wrapped up at the YMCA baseball field.
We've just been basically just teaching them some of the basic things that they need to, just continue with, because they just finished their season. They've improved their fielding, their hitting skills, and also some of them have just started learning pitching.
We had about 70 kids one day, about 50, and they've been rotating, but for a total there was 120 kids that enrolled in the camp.
And finally in sports, of course, in the YMCA playoff games played last night at the YMCA. In Game 1, the top-seeded Polymers Reactors defeated Farmer Chem 82-53. Ahmad Pratt had a game-high 27 points in the win. Ronald Woodside had 17 points in a losing effort. In Game 2, UNEXO got the win against Buckeyes 68-60. Jaden Mader had 20 points in the win. Tremaine Gaggs-Ferguson scored 22 points in the loss for Buckeye. Game 2s will be played on Friday. And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
New this month at Island Bedding and Furniture. 5- and 7-piece dining room sets. Gorgeous natural wood dining tables and bench sets in mango, acacia, or shisham wood. And your pick of additional chairs. All new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. For the bedroom, we're all about platforms, unbelievable prices, and no box spring required. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Let us put shoes on your feet.
John West Shoes is now open. Carmichael West, Nassau, behind Wendy's.
Get ready to mash this party.
It's all about the pre-boat race block party. Listen, but hey, look here, coffee's on the Bay West End. D-Mark in the building, Sunday, August 6th. Look here, things march up Grand Bahama. You all know how I love you all so much, my Lord. You all know what time it is. I back in West End again Sunday, the 6th. Sunday, the 6th of August. You all know it's gonna be stupid crazy down there. Buy coffees on the Bay. See y'all, D-Mark in the building. Woo!
I stay in my zone. She said she don't party hard. I tell her I'm a partier. She tell me she ain't no cutter.
It's a West End move as the West End Homecoming and Boat Race Committee present West End Homecoming and Boat Race. August 5th through 7th. Saturday, it's the Boat Float and Motorcade, which climaxes into the Junkanoo Summer Festival in West End. Sunday, it's the Pre-Boat Race Block Party featuring D-Mac, Nishi LS, and Chahel. Hosted by Aaron Rain. Music by DJ Future, Jiggy Fire, DJ Sweetmouth, and Big Flag. Monday, starting at 12 noon, is the Boat Race with bowlers from across the Bahamas and U.S. It's a full day of entertainment, cum cracking, watermelon eating, and coconut barking competition. Live performances by Pastor Simeon Elkin and Elkin 360.
It's the capital, Bahamas.
Music by The Future, Sweetmouth, DJ Butler, and Chapey. And the evening ends with a Junkanoo Russia. It's a fun-filled weekend at the West End Homecoming and Boat Race, August 5th through 7th.
Back pain sucks. I'm here today to give you 3 tips to help alleviate your back pain. Tip number 1 is to work on your core strength. Your core is a big factor in supporting your trunk, your body, and if you have a weak core, it can cause a lot of back pain as well. So make sure you work on your core. Tip number 2 is to get massages. If you have a partner, let them massage you if you don't, or if you want to make it easier, get a massage gun from us. And you can make sure you get those muscles loose, relieve that tension, all over. Tip number 3 is to make sure if you're sitting down long that you have an ergonomic chair, a chair that's healthy for your back, nothing that's gonna cause you a lot of pain, and make sure that you get up frequently, walk around a bit if you're sitting at long times. Use these tips, hopefully it helps alleviate some of your pain.
Your number 1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Our Facebook friend of the day is Lanika Russell. We hope you're having a blast and we thank you for your support. And we also want to say a happy birthday to our very own Romiko Knowles. We say enjoy these vacation days because before you know it, you'll be right back with us. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team, I'm Raven Davis. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, recouping maritime revenue. $30 million school repairs, preventing falling victim to predators, and in sports, suspension lifted for athletes. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. The Ministry of Finance tonight is on a mission to recoup millions of dollars the country is losing at sea through lost maritime revenue. Corville Pyfrom reports on how it's bringing together 6 governmental agencies to make this all happen.
100,000 square miles of water is no small ocean room to cover. And for a small nation like ours already under increasing strain to protect our borders, it is even more imperative that no stone is left unturned, and by extension, that we adequately plug loopholes where the country is losing millions of dollars from what should otherwise be a very lucrative maritime sector.
We have charters that are $200,000 for charter, $150,000 for charter. They're supposed to pay 4% to the government, to the port department, and 10% VAT to inland revenue, but that is not happening. The majority of the vessels are not paying the 10% VAT. So when you look at it, that's in the millions of dollars that's being lost.
Commander Bertram Bolag has been charged with heading the task force, which is conducting seminars with agencies at the forefront of the maritime arena to ensure they are all equipped with the necessary knowledge and skills to perform more effectively and efficiently. Therefore, bringing this exercise to the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, whose Marines are at the front lines, was vital.
So what we did is put the task force to combine with all of these agencies so that anything comes up, if the police need to arrest someone right there, the police is right there. There's no, oh, hold on, we have to go and call someone. No, everybody's right there. All agencies are right there working together. And whoever that fine or fees fall under that agencies, that is the agencies who take charge.
Financial Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Simon Wilson, believes at present the Bahamas is losing out in all areas of maritime. He's especially alarmed when he compares the data with what revenues are gained by our neighbors to the north.
The maritime sector, we believe, could be $100 million a year revenue sector for the government at a minimum. If we look at Florida's maritime sector and what it generates for the state of Florida, and you see what it generates for the Bahamas, you could see that the sector can do much more in the Bahamas than it is doing currently.
Stricter enforcement, Wilson says, has to happen right away.
The sector, the fees attached to the sector and so forth is very, very important. These are fees that many of them have been in places for a number of years, and enforcement is being lax. So we want to change that.
Commander Bolag agrees.
They were in place for years, but we were not enforcing these policies. So I think the government of Bahamas now see it, you know what, let's try and enforce the policies, and doing with enforcement of the policies, more revenue will be collected.
The task force will be taking its message throughout the country. The hope is to educate as many as possible. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
And speaking of money, we're down to just weeks before the start of the new academic year. And while for parents that means speeding up back-to-school prep, it also translates into school repairs and millions of dollars worth of it. Carla Palmer has that story.
Director of Education Dominic McCartney-Russell says education officials have been monitoring closely the repairs underway at schools nationwide, some 97 in total, at a cost in excess of $30 million.
School plant management. This is also a big one for us.
In the midst of an educational overhaul review, McCartney-Russell told reporters at the Office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing Thursday that eyed improvements also include a changed approach to carry out school repairs.
And so we're looking for how do we ensure that we can maintain our schools year-round. So we're seeking to implement a year-round maintenance program that includes hazard mapping so that we can mitigate some of the smaller need for repairs, so that by the time we get to summer, we only focus on those structural, plumbing, and electrical issues. And so that's something that we're assiduously working on, because we realize that there is a need for a year-round maintenance program.
As the effort continues to repair the schools, McCartney-Russell says they are working equally as hard to have all the teachers needed in place for the new school year.
We are not there yet. As I said, we still need 55 teachers, but where there is a need, we are seeking to engage our retirees, supply teachers, and then, of course, we would have advanced paperwork to ask for some to come back on a contract. And so we believe that, for the most part, we will be ready. We have a team working well to ensure, particularly that our family islands are outfitted, because that's where we had a lot of the issues last year. So we're ensuring that that is done.
The Director of Education is looking to strike the right balance with the right complement of teachers in a conducive learning environment once school repairs are completed.
We have spoken to contractors and they have said to us, you will be ready.
Contractors have an August 28th deadline for the completion of school repairs across the country, but that is dependent on weather conditions. Like we've seen, the weather continues to be most unpredictable. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Well, still on school repairs, our Lloyd Allen today visited the R.M. Bailey campus where multiple reconstruction projects are underway. And as he tells us, the goal is to have it all done before the school reopens. Lloyd?
It's just a few weeks before the official opening of the new school year, and according to officials, it's more than $30 million is estimated for repairs across the country, like here at R.M. Bailey School, where construction is ongoing in areas like the administrative blocks and other areas. There are several contractors on site completing works. We're speaking with one of them, Mr. Desmond Greenslade. He's the proprietor of Greenslade Construction. Of course, Mr. Greenslade, guide us a bit. When did you start work out here?
Approximately 2 weeks ago.
When you started, what were some of those challenges you had?
Well, once we come in, there's still some plans and other items that we just did not get in time, but everything is in place right now.
And the big question, obviously, for many people, will repairs be completed in time for the reopening of school?
The block that we're doing is pretty large, and we definitely will be finished. Our goal is to finish it before the 29th.
Another question, obviously, many are concerned about the time when construction began. Any understanding or reason behind that?
I cannot say, but construction started not quite a month ago, but it started about 2 weeks ago, which is pretty late.
Additionally, talk to us a little bit about the staff members that you have here and the different areas that they're working on.
Well, we have plumbers in place, we have electricians in place, we have also masons, carpenters. In fact, the entire team. Everyone is here because the goal is to get the school finished before the 29th.
And obviously working among a number of other contractors on site, has that been a challenge for you?
Well, we work as a team. One contractor will come over here, look at something, I will walk over to him. So we actually piggyback of each other to make sure that we all are on the same level in what we are doing.
Have you worked with school repairs before?
Oh, definitely. I've done this several times. So
Tell us where?
Last year was Gerald Cash. I've been to the school before. I've been to Doris Johnson. So I've been to several schools.
So obviously a number of contractors, as we indicated earlier, will be here on the ground. That's leading up to the reopening of school in the next few weeks. And of course, we will continue to follow this story as it develops. Reporting here from the R.M. Bailey campus for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Makushla.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. Now, for 10 years, the National Training Agency has been a launch pad for many young hopefuls looking to somehow make their mark in the professional world. And this summer, the agency celebrates its 21st cohort, a bright, bold group of students across 10 different disciplines who over 14 weeks have become the face of professionalism. Tonight, our Antoinette Smith introduces you to a few of them.
It's an uphill battle, the real world, but this latest cohort of the National Training Agency program is ready to face it head on.
I did my best here, so I'm going to do my best wherever I decide to go.
That's 17-year-old Travis Tucker, the top participant of this summer's culinary and baking program. He, like many of the other trainees, have always known deep down just what they wanted to be. And their participation in the program today marks the chance to finally chase those childhood dreams.
Ever since I was 11 years old, they wanted to be a teacher.
Meet 30-year-old Leandis Colley, a graduate whose journey has been a little different than others. While she previously achieved a degree in human resources, teaching was always a dream she had tucked in her back pocket. But today, she takes a step in that direction with a dream of one day teaching kids with special needs for quite the special reason.
I was a special needs baby myself, and I want to share my experience with the children of the world and hopefully beyond to brighten up their day.
It's a goal similar to that of sisters Althea and Petra Green, both in their 20s with shared aspirations of one day also teaching the nation's youth.
Being a certified teacher right now makes me feel very much excited because I can now move on even closer into pursuing to become a full-time education teacher.
Just where will these graduates end up next? Well, that's a matter of fate. But what's certain is after these 14 long weeks, they leave here stronger, better, and more prepared. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoinette Smith.
Well, it's been 2 days since fire ripped through this single-story structure. Residents, many of them now left to rebuild. I'll have an update coming up in the Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you're trying to accomplish. We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Mealtime rules. Don't serve yourself first. Do not eat with your mouth open. Don't rest your elbows on the table. Don't make noise when eating. Does not apply when enjoying KFC buckets. When we bucket together, we are as we really are.
Agape Church cordially invites you to attend an evening of elegance at the retirement banquet for Bishop Helen McPhee, senior pastor of Agape Church. The event will be held at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom on Friday, August 25th. Cocktail reception at 7 p.m. Dinner is served at 8 p.m. Tickets are $275 and can be purchased at the Agape Church office. For more information, call 328-6937.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, that's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The inaugural Agrarian Award set for September 16th will highlight the work of hardworking farmers of all ages, including those hardworking students and teachers of the agricultural science departments of schools across the country. Parents and teachers wasted no time nominating H.O. Nash Junior High for the School Farm of the Year.
Our farm touches the lives of many individuals within our community, and having the number of sheep and goat and cows and stuff like that, you oftentimes see a lot of people in the community coming out and creating this community vibe, this space where you could come and interact with not just nature but also the food. And I think that is the reason why we've seen so much support and people nominated us and pushed us towards being noteworthy for the Agrarian Awards.
Agricultural science teacher at the school, Shomikan Cargill, said that the award show is proof that Bahamians are finally acknowledging the importance of agriculture.
I think that the award show stems from a place where society is starting to recognize the importance of agriculture and increasing the support and integration of agriculture culture and food security within in our daily lives. We understand and appreciate any steps that are taken in order to bring spotlight to the individuals who really, I guess, are in the trenches daily, day in, out, and fighting in order to make sure that we produce enough food in the Bahamas.
If successful, the school will win $5,000 in supplies to further assist with the progress of the farm. Cargill says what the win will mean for those students.
If HNASH were to win, I believe that it would be a sense of pride among the students, and I would be happy for that. But I also recognize the fact that there are numerous other schools who I personally believe that are just as deserving. And whether we win or lose, I'm just glad to continue to put our focus on the programs in the school system and hope to promote agriculture generally within education.
For Good to Grow, I'm Georgie O'Bain.
At Solomon's, we're all about family. We believe in quality brands and giving you what you need and more for every occasion. Our store is filled with items for the entire family, celebrating everyday living for you and those you love. Shopping is now more rewarding than ever with My Solomon's Smart Rewards. Shop Solomon's because family matters.
Earlier this year, the situation in Haiti was deemed dire. Today, that picture has not so much changed. As the Bahamas' chargé d'affaires to Haiti, Godfrey Roll, tells us there's been a slight insurgence, but overall, Haiti is unpredictable. Calm one day, turbulent the next. Regional officials agree there are no easy answers to Haiti's strife, but as long as the situation there continues to deteriorate, neighboring countries like the Bahamas will face the very expensive and growing burdens associated with incursions in our waters. Already, hundreds of Defense Force recruits have been brought on, the RBDF's fleet expanded, new equipment installed, and technological capabilities enhanced. Against that, though, is the repeated repatriation exercises. Last year's numbers alone were record-breaking, with Immigration Minister the Honorable Keith Bell earlier this year lamenting that 4 months into 2023 and repatriation numbers were already more than half of last year's total. A Ministry of National Security released to date stressing that while the Bahamas has sought to be compassionate, the country is in no position to bear any additional burdens. And officials making that abundantly clear on the heels of committing 150 people to support the multinational force once authorized by the United Nations Security Council. And while we're on Haiti, it's been 2 days now since residents of that Haitian village destroyed by fire have been trying to return to some sense of normalcy. Our Desmond Saunders joins us with an update.
Well, Makusa, it's been 2 days since fire ripped through this single-story structure off Cool Acres in this Haitian village off Joe Farrington Road, leaving many residents homeless tonight. And tonight I'm joined by some of the residents who were displaced as a result of that fire that ripped through this single-story structure. I must tell you that this structure had multiple rooms, joined tonight by one of the residents, displaced residents of the fire. Good evening. Kindly tell me, where were you when this fire took place?
Everybody was outside. We was outside, and after that we see the fire. So I say fire, fire. Everybody start running. When everybody come in, the fire's done high. Nobody can. We try to take water to kill it, but it's too late. But nobody don't know how the fire start. Because no candle lighting. We don't have no light in the back there. Nobody don't know how the fire start. But everybody was outside.
Now, luckily, there were no casualties, thank goodness, but a lot of these residents have destroyed documents, and many of them have lost documents. A lot of documents have been destroyed in this fire. A lot of them have lost their belongings. And this gentleman here, kindly tell me now, what's next for you?
Like, he don't speak English, I have to for him.
Okay, let's go to you.
Like, he lived right there, but, like, he was gone by somebody to charge his phone. When he come back, he find the fire start. Everything he have inside the house, he lost everything. He lost his passport, the money he have to go pay his work permit. He lost everything. Somebody have to give him them clothes for he wear.
So how are you coping? How are you coping since this fire started
Like
and damaged your
some people
residence?
in the yard who have good heart, who helping us. People who don't have nothing lost, who helping us. That's how we live in. Some people let us place to sleep, but not for long.
As you can see, my photographer Danny showing you the charred remains of this scorched building that is left to ruins here off Cool Acres, Joe Farrington Road. And I can tell you that this is not the first time that this Haitian village, this is not the first time that this Haitian village has been destroyed by flames. This ordeal has left more questions than answers, and many of these residents now left to rebuild. Some residents tell me that they pay between $50 to $100 for rent per week. It's baffling, but investigations continue into this incident. Back to you, McChrystal, in the studio.
Well, thanks, Desmond. We turn our attention now to news from the police. The search is on for 6 suspects following a recent spree of armed robberies, the last early this morning. In the first incident on Wednesday, a man was making a deposit at a Western New Providence bank around 2 p.m. when 2 masked men exited a white Honda CR-V Jeep. One of the men, wielding a handgun, robbed the man of a deposit bag with an undisclosed amount of cash before the pair fled the scene in a westerly direction. Much later that same day, reports are that a gray Japanese car pulled across another vehicle at the intersection of Marshall and Blue Hill Roads. 2 men brandishing handguns and dressed in dark clothing emerged and robbed the victim of his silver Nissan Note, his wallet containing cash and other items. A third armed robbery occurred around 12:10 Thursday morning when 2 men, one armed, approached a man in the area of Yamacraw Hill Road and robbed him of a white Nissan Note. Now, police have not disclosed whether the incidents are connected. What they have told us, though, is that investigations into all the matters continue. Oh, meantime, 19-year-old Travis Major has been captured. The teen was said to have escaped lawful custody. Now to Parliament, ahead of senators passing the Protection Against Violence Bill Wednesday, government senator, the Honorable Dr. Eresia Hepburn Forbes, dove deep into statistics that point to the severity of domestic violence, an issue some argue is widespread here in the Bahamas, reportedly accounting for 25% of regional murders.
In 2021, there were 3,283 incidents of domestic violence reported to the police, compared to 2,754 in 2020. There are also 8 domestic-related murders, 5 attempted murders, 792 assaults, 71 assaults with a deadly weapon, 16 stabbings, and 1 shooting. For the first 6 months of 2021, 1,200 abuse cases were referred to the Bahamas Crisis Center. However, the reality is these numbers are most likely to be underestimates.
Following the rape of a 9-year-old girl Saturday and an increase in sexual assaults, police are advising parents to take the necessary steps to prevent their child from falling victim to predators. Inspector Donna Barr, addressing the media at this week's Office of the Prime Minister's press briefing, warned that this time of year is usually challenging as children are out of school. She urged parents to teach children about interactions with strangers and people they know, also to teach them the difference between good and bad touches.
Summer months, unfortunately, is a bad time for our juveniles. We have a lot of propensity for parents who have to work to leave their children home. Sometimes they're left home by themselves. Sometimes they're left with family members or just friends. And we have to be mindful that our children, we have to educate our children properly in terms of who you go around. If you're home alone, what it is you do. If you go by an adult, no matter what that person is to you, you have to be mindful of what they can and cannot do.
And as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the ZNS New College Freshman Giveaway. For more information, go to www.znsbahamas.com/giveaways.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage your claim.
Oh?
By the way, it's not newer. It's NUA. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center has launched their online auction website. Now, you can browse, cast your bid, and win amazing items like some of these winners.
I just won this blender for $55 on BahamasLiquidation.com. I won this suitcase set for $100 at BahamasLiquidation.com.
And now it's your turn. Simply grab your laptop or smart device and log on to BahamasLiquidation.com. Once you reach the main webpage, click on the My Account option where you can go to register. After filling in the necessary information, hit register and you're good to go. Happy bidding! Please have your credit card on hand, as the winning bidder is responsible to pay for the winning items within 30 minutes of the auction closing. The winner must collect the items in store within 24 hours after the auction is closed. Please note that a 3.5% service charge will be added to your winning bid amount at checkout.
I won this HP laptop for $120 at BahamasLiquidation.com.
I won this magic bullet for only $35 at BahamasLiquidation.com.
Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center,
where you say hello to goodbye.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Attention, college freshmen! ZNS wants to send you to college with some great prizes. Just WhatsApp a 10-second video of you holding the name of your college or university to 557-3488 by August 21st. Include your name and you are entered to win really big. For more details, go to www.znsbahamas.com/giveaways.
Vibrant heart of the Bahamas, a common loftier goal unites us all. A place where love and unity thrive, where world-class technology is accessible and affordable, connecting every generation. We believe in our heritage and the boundless potential that lies within us. We believe in Bahamians.
Entrepreneur Michelle Butler walking away Wednesday night with the top prize of $15,000 awarded through the 4th annual Royal Caribbean Kickstarter program. A partnership with the Small Business Development Center, the initiative gives budding business hopefuls an opportunity to share their plans and gain guaranteed funding support and exposure to industry experts.
This is not just a win for me and my business, it's a win for the wider creative industry as well as the orange economy. For so long, we've been underfunded, underdeveloped and overlooked. So the fact that the judges believed in this vision really brings joy to my heart, and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
SBDC Executive Director Samantha Roll and RCI Caribbean Bahamas General Manager Philip Simon celebrating all contestants, especially performing spaces, which helped to canvass uncharted regions of the local tourism sector.
It infused a few things. So it helped us to understand how we can expand within the tourism market, how we can understand that even within our number one industry that has been our bread and butter for so many years, there's so many areas of diversification that still exist. And the creative space, the performing arts, adding that culture, that entertainment level, I mean, I think that's a great thing to offer. But the best part about that as well is what Ms. Butler does is she curate and design those type of experiences while utilizing and contracting other small businesses or SMEs included.
It's just a real treat to be a part of it. The company has always sought to push entrepreneurship and opportunity, as we continue the partnership with the Bahamas and then grow the destination for our guests. It's very important to really encourage not just the youth community, but the entrepreneurial community as well.
All smiles today from former Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Hubert Ingraham, who celebrates his 76th birthday on Friday. Ingraham greeted with a surprise at his Caves Village office Thursday ahead of his big day. Abaco native businesswoman Donnelly Penn Mackey commissioned renowned artist Ambassador Jamal Rowe to paint the former Prime Minister's portrait for serving as the Member of Parliament for the North Abaco and Cooperstown constituencies from 1977 to 2012, when he retired from the political arena. Ingraham, who says his life in public office is now behind him, seemed both surprised and pleased with his new portrait. He says he will leave the decision to his wife as to where the portrait will be placed.
Well, it feels good. Today is the day before my 76th birthday. Donnelly hails from my part of the Bahamas. She comes from Crown Haven, Abaco, and I'm from Cooperstown. I've had a remarkably good life, and I'm very grateful and thankful to the Almighty for sparing my life. And God willing, I'll be 76 tomorrow. I want to thank all of you for coming. And have a wonderful day.
His presence is always, still felt, and people love him, and we appreciate him. And of course, we wanted to give him something that would be meaningful, something that he can keep, and every time he look at it, he will think of not only me, but Abaco at large.
Well, Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, and former Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Perry Christie, along with the President of the National Baptist Convention, Reverend Philip McPhee, among those paying final respects to the late Lloyd Smith, former President of the Bahamas Baptist National Missionary and Educational Convention, as his body lay in repose at the William Thompson Auditorium. Smith died at the age of 74. His state-recognized funeral is scheduled for Mount Horeb Baptist Church, Sandyport, on Friday.
He, in his whole life, was a builder. Not builders of bricks and mortars, but he also built lives through contribution, through encouraging people, by mentoring, and he was an excellent builder.
He has been a man who has devoted himself to helping people. He was a kind-hearted person who loved people and did his best to help. Dr. Smith was also a man who made harsh decisions, and he lived by them.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars, or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers. It does not matter
Which of us you choose?
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, and more reliable. Switch today.
I'm Corval Pyfro. East Grand Bahama continues to make an astonishing comeback since the devastation it suffered from Hurricane Dorian 4 years ago. BTC, which has stood with that community through it all, was back on the ground recently to announce some exciting news that will only help to bolster this already stunning comeback.
It is a great day for East Grand Bahama because it's been a long time coming. And so on behalf of the government, I want to congratulate BTC and congratulate the residents of East Grand Bahama who now will finally have this much needed service to their community.
We made the right decision in Dominic Petty as our head of Grand Bahama. And one of the first conversations he had with me was, Samir, let's bring fiber, let's finish the job in McLeanstown. He set out to do it. We all approved it. It's my pleasure to be here to share this moment with you today.
I want to congratulate BTC for the diligent and hard work that they have been putting in. I want to say thank you on behalf of all of the residents of East Grand Bahama for them putting fiber into this area. As I understand it, the police station is already connected, which again is essential for safety services. The clinic also is already connected, which again is essential for health services. To have the level of service and to have the levels of speed, I think is a game changer.
Now with the rollout of fiber, residents and businesses alike are experiencing firsthand what we mean by faster, stronger, more reliable, together, BTC unstoppable. I'm Corval Pyfro. Be well and be back here. Next, BTC Connection.
Fiber is here. Sign up today at btcbahamas.com.
Fabrics and Uniform Store wants to get you ready for back to school. Find ready-made uniforms and uniform fabrics for all schools in the Bahamas. Carrie's also sells skirts, blouses, shirts, jumpers, boys' shorts, and pants. You can even have your uniform skirts custom made. Also find school bags, school supplies, socks, and underwear. That's Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store on Mackey Street. Call 393-0758.
When you combine decadence, luxury, passion, and attention to detail, you've described Café Channy Noel and Patisserie. Signature authentic French macarons, croissants, pastries for breakfast and lunch will take you on a European Epicurean journey. Enjoy your favorite handcrafted cocktails, coffees, cappuccinos, espressos, and lattes. Life is sweet at Café Channy Noel.
The most
most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
A Southern Islander gets a national honor. Tomorrow, the Ackland Central High School will be renamed the A. Loftus Roker High School in honor of this founding father of the modern Bahamas. Roker, a signatory to the country's 1972 constitutional documents, former member of parliament, and most notably a former immigration, national security, housing, works, and utilities minister, is a proud son of delectable Bay Acklands. And Ministry of Education officials believe this is an opportunity for generations yet unborn to reflect upon his outstanding national contribution, as his name will forever be engraved in the country's history books. Tune into the ZNS Network for live coverage of the official naming of the A. Loftus Roker High School in Pompey Bay Acklands at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Well, every island in the Bahamas has its own way of making conch salad, and Cat Island's no different. Tonight, our Jiminita Swain tells us about her stop at Duke's Conch Stand.
We have people coming here, and the conch salad might be $10, and they probably give me $40. And I assure it is just because of the conch salad. You know, it kind of you feel like you're at home.
Duke Moss is the operator of Duke's Conch Stand at the Regatta site. He's been at that location for the last 12 years.
Fishing is my first love.
Yeah?
This was our pastime. When the weather get bad and the fishermen can't go in the boat, and we stay on the land and probably drink beers and make conch salad. We don't have a problem with conch. You know, because I guess it's just because, I don't know if it's because there's only so much of us fishing in Cat Island. You know, on the whole island we might have about 15 or might be 15 fishermen.
With this being the week of the regatta, Duke, like many others, remain optimistic.
Yeah, well, we look forward to this, you know, because this time, we everybody on the whole island, we kind of should. It ain't just started, it was forever, you know. This kind of should carry over until November. Then probably the tourist season open back up. And so you have to be, I mean, whatever you can make, you have to try your best and make it, because after this, that's it. I mean, that's it. Everything just stopped until November when the tourist season starts again.
Duke, as he's known to everyone, easily pulls the conch from their shell, cleans and cuts them to create awesome salads.
That's one of the things too what people like about it. You know? It's like out the water on your plate.
Having made conch salad for as long as he has, he admits everyone has their favorites.
We'll have people come from different parts of the country, and they would ask for certain things, and then you'll almost know where they're from just because what they're asking for. You'll have guys come out of Bimini, and they would ask you for garlic. When they come to the mail, we know, well, hey, that person is either from Abaco or Grand Bahama. We here in Cat Island, we do a special salad, which is called the Cat Island rind, which we will put the watermelon skin. I mean, you can't just peel it and you put the watermelon skin in. And that's a special salad.
So while there was no watermelon rind in my salad, I tried Duke's Scotch conch and regular conch salad. Another winner. Duke is the real deal. You know about conch salad. And ultimately, this is why he does what he does.
I'm selling Cat Island a bit. When they come in here, it's a part of, you come to Cat Island, you guys and you talk to me. I try my best to make sure you come back. And that's the thing what I like, but I can make sure it ain't the first time you come to me or the second time. I can make sure you come back to do that.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jimmy Sweet.
Some good stuff there, Jimmy. It's time now, though, for a check on Family Island weather, and for that, we turn to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. We're under mostly cloudy skies with some recent light rains. Temperature not too bad at 85 degrees. Relative humidity at 71%. We have northeast winds at 4 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,015.7. That's 29.99 inches. And the temperatures around the family violence this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 83 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Tool Key, and Marshall Go to Berry Islands, 86. Allenstown, Bimini, 82 degrees, 85 in Harbour Island. Roxanne, Eleuthera, Black Point, Exuma, they're reporting 86 degrees. Also, Camp Space, St. Andrews at 86. Fresh Creek in Central Andros, 85 degrees. 86 in Otterstown, Cat Island. San Salvador, Rum Key, and Georgetown, Exuma. We're picking up some 85s in Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megawana, 86. Acklands, 86. Matthew Town, Inagua, they're 82 degrees with some heavy cloud cover and showers taking place in that vicinity. Grand Turks, 86 degrees. And that's going to do it for your temperatures around the family violence. It's now time for your boating forecast, and that's brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center in the Northwest and Central Islands tonight. Right through Friday, this is what you can expect. Light and variable winds with flat seas. The high tide, that will take place at 10:08 tonight. You can expect another high tide at 10:35 tomorrow morning. Now for the southeast Bahamas through Friday, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights holding at 2 to 4 feet. And as we take you into Saturday in the Northwest Islands, the winds pick up just a tab, southeast at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The high tide on Saturday, 11:30 in the morning, with the low tide at 5:44 in the afternoon. Now for the central and southeastern islands on Saturday, the winds will be southeast, also increasing 12 to 18 knots, wave heights building 3 to 6 feet. So we will be posting caution flags for the central and southeast Bahamas on Saturday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. Going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. Your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one and the car say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Hi everyone, when heading to Florida to shop for your essentials, book your transportation with GoGoFlorida.com. The $100 cash deposit is back and accepted at Fort Lauderdale, Miami, or Palm Beach. Now there are lots of options to choose from, but I like the Tesla X, the electric vehicle, because I don't have to worry about gassing up, or the Jeep Compass seating 5 with lots of space for your luggage or shopping bags. So for the best deals, book now at GoGoFlorida.com. Also available at Bahamas Air Sales Office.
My Gateway is the centralized, safe, secure way to access and pay for government services online. Go to mygateway.gov.bs. Click Login. Register with a government-issued ID like your NIB card. Fill in your personal information exactly as it appears on your ID, including spaces, periods, and dashes. You'll only have to sign up once. Now you're ready to request services on My Gateway. Receive an email confirmation for every request and email alerts when your documents are ready. You must have a valid, government-issued ID in order to collect documents. New services will be added every month. My Gateway is fast, easy, and convenient. For more information, visit mygateway.gov.bs.
Don't think these mud tubes look threatening? Think again. There are signs that a large-scale termite invasion is already underway, advancing through a property, costing thousands of dollars in damages. If you're building, you need Termafilm, a revolutionary pre-construction termite treatment from Rentokil Initial. Termafilm is a polyethylene film treated with termiticide that's applied prior to the foundation of a building. It's easy to install and forms a long-term termite barrier without contaminating soil or groundwater. Before you build, trust Termafilm pre-construction termite treatment, only from Rentokil Initial.
Attention, college freshmen! ZNS wants to send you to college with some great prizes. Just WhatsApp a 10-second video of you holding the name of your college or university to 557-3488 by August 21st. Include your name and you are entered to win really big. For more details, go to www.znsbahamas.com/giveaways.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Thursday. I'm Charles Fisher. We are taking sports out of the studio for the next few days with so many regattas going on. We'll be in the air and on the seas. Cat Island, Black Point, Rollville, Acklands, all those regattas happening this weekend. They will get underway on Friday. But the big story here in the 242 is the suspension of those 5 junior athletes and 1 senior athlete. Well, the B3As, they met with the officials, the athletes, their parents, and the coaches yesterday evening. And as we understand, all those suspensions have been lifted. The Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bowleg, was on top of things, and he gives us an update.
I spoke to the president this morning. I think they had a meeting with his executives and came to the conclusion that they will find other means of ways to levy any punishment to the athletes for any breach that was made. And so all suspension has been lifted, and all athletes is, from my understanding, is free to partake in any event that is upcoming.
We move over now to the Kendall G.L. Isaacs Gym, where the Bahamas Basketball Federation Summer Thunder Series is going on. And on Tuesday, the game could not go on because Virginia Military Institute and the Pirates game was stopped because of unplayable conditions on the court. We had a chance to speak with National Sports Authority General Manager Moses Johnson.
The court conditions were very wet. The guys, it was a lot of slips and falls, and so the floor was very slippery at the gym. And then we had some power outages, and so it kind of messed up our air conditioning system. So we have to look to tweaking those systems and trying to get those back up. But I think the floor was playable. We checked the floor after the games, and it was playable.
The Bahamas winning the bid to host the World Relays 2024, May 4th through 5th at the Thomas A. Robertson Stadium. Plans officially launched on Wednesday, and this will mark the 4th time the Sunny Shores will be hosting the relays. Former Sports Minister Danny Johnson will serve as chairman of these relays. So just how was the Bahamas able to outmuscle those big countries to host such an event?
We had Japan, but had it before us. You have places like the United States, Germany, in South America, the powerhouses economically that can bid, tons of money. Qatar put $15 billion into the World Cup. So when we go to compete with these bids, I think we're asking how difficult is it? It's very difficult because most people measure this thing just by money. Well, the proof of 2 things why it's here again says that money is not enough. It's not enough that people just say, boom, we're going to put up $1 billion to host this event. There has to be a story behind it. The attraction of World Relays to the Bahamas is that we have, at every level in relays over the past 50 years, as a tiny country, performed at the highest level. In every Olympics that we have been to in the last 25 years, we've come back with gold medal. The Caribbean is a region. If you look at us per capita compared to the rest of the world, in relays and sprints, we are a dominant feature on this planet. We do not have the money and the facilities to compete with these people. But we have a story that matches or surpasses theirs.
Recently returned President of the North American, Central American, and Caribbean Confederation, Mike Sands, saying these games are significant and will encompass 5 disciplines.
Men and women's 4x1, 4x4, plus the mixed 4x4, and 32 teams will be entered in each of those. The top 8 teams in each discipline at the World Athletics Championship Budapest 23 will automatically earn entry to the World Relays Nassau 2024. The host country may also enter 1 team in each discipline, regardless of the entry conditions. The remaining teams, up to 32, will be determined through the top list in the qualification period, January 2023 to Sunday, April 2024.
Lots at stake.
The top 14 teams of World Athletics Relay Bahamas will automatically qualify for places at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Teams will have 2 opportunities to qualify in Nassau. If they're unsuccessful on day 1, another chance will be provided on day 2. The remaining 2 places in each relay discipline will be awarded based on top list during the qualification period, July 31st, 2022 to June 30th, 2024.
Ricardo Smith, the newly elected president of the Providence Basketball Association, one way to get the ball bouncing is to bring all on the same team.
We know that we have to re-engage the media. We have to create a new relationship with the media to make sure that they are part of everything we do. Because sports will go nowhere unless we get the media to take the message. The message is important. And so those are some of the things that we're doing immediately. I'm happy to present you with our 10-point plan that will go into detail about some of the things that we want to do to move this forward.
And that's going to be it for Sports Thursday. I'm Charles Fisher. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your evening.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Everyone hates a dead car battery. Why not get a battery that lasts and has a 12-month warranty and is only $64.50? Intercontinental batteries are made with German technology, compatible with Japanese, US, and European vehicles, and adapts to warm climates. All right, good to go. These batteries are high quality, affordable, innovative, and only available at AID. Visit us online or WhatsApp us at 427-0026. AID, all you really need and more.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Give me my things. Triple P, move out of my lucky seat, boy, because I'm trying to hit one of these jackpots so I could plan my retirement.
Retirement? Yeah, you straight. Just the island game, and Percy's pension plan is back.
What you talking about? How NIB going? Ain't gonna be no pension for none of we.
Now, listen, this Percy's pension plan, what I talking about, all you gotta do, put $20 on your account, and you enter it in one of 13 different pension plans.
What?
Up to $1,000 a week for a year. And you can win more than one, you know.
Oh, well, thank you, Island Game, because I know one of them pension is mine. Now get out of my chair. While you up, give me that $20 so I can put on my account. Thank you. You owe me this long enough.
The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you can be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Feeling hot? Let this week's specials cool you down at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow Whole Kernel Corn, 15 ounce, $1.19. Hillendale Eggs, extra large, 1 dozen, $2.29. Sweet cantaloupes, $3.99 each. Chicken drumsticks, 89 cents per pound. Coca-Cola soda, 12 ounce, 6-pack, $3.59. Donate your change to help feed the Maine Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Agape Church cordially invites you to attend an evening of elegance at the retirement banquet for Bishop Helen McPhee, senior pastor of Agape Church. The event will be held at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom on Friday, August 25th. Cocktail reception at 7 p.m. Dinner is served at 8 p.m. Tickets are $275 and can be purchased at the Agape Church office. For more information, call 328-6937.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we continue to have that mid to upper level low spinning across the northwest Bahamas. It's gradually sinking towards the south, but it will continue to provide pockets of showers and thunderstorms over the next couple of days. Same thing applies for the southeast Bahamas. We have an upper level low there as well that's triggering some showers, particularly around the Inagua area, also Turks and Caicos Islands. They will continue to have off and on periods of showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, we're looking at some clearing taking place later on tonight. That's for New Providence, by the way, but a low temperature of 81 degrees. And tomorrow, partial sunshine with thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon as the heating gets going. 88 degrees for your high temperature tomorrow. And extended weather forecast, we're going to have those afternoon showers off and on with isolated thunderstorms in the mix right through the weekend. That will take us into Sunday. Thereafter, the skies will open up the early part of next week, looking pretty nice with lots of sunshine in our forecast. Temperatures are heading into the weekend not too bad. We're keeping you pretty close to the 80-degree mark with slightly around 88 degrees tomorrow, getting up to 91 on Saturday. Sunday, we're back into 89, and that's because of a heavy cloud cover and the showers that we expect on Sunday. But once again, we expect things to clear as that upper level trough move out of the area as of Monday. Temperature-wise, in the nighttime, they will remain in the low 90s, so just keep those air conditions going to keep yourself comfortable. Patricia.
Well, thanks, Basil, and that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.